Welcome back to the City of Palms podcast. Two brothers got together. We started a podcast to shine light on talented individuals in the Southwest Florida area. Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing.
Episode 115.
Just your boys in the studio tonight. And it's a late one. Is this the latest we ever recorded a podcast? Or am I capping?
It's got to be one of the latest.
Gotta be one of the latest we've hit record on. It's Saturday night.
We're chilling.
Like we always do it. It's 10:30.
It was a great day.
So bear with us. But it was a great day. Amen to that. As I just said what I said, I was like, what? Before I said the intro. Listeners, you didn't hear it. But I don't know if you saw, Braden. Shout out Braden. He posted on his story the other day, that he's wrapping cars now. And he literally, the color, did you see his story?
Yeah.
Did you see the gray BMW?
Yeah.
That's my wrap, bro. Like, that's the color I want. And I literally, he was like, DM me, let me know if you want any wrap or whatever. I was like, dude, that BMW is the color, that color right there is what I want to, do my Infiniti. And he knew the exact gray. It's a Nardo gray. And he's like, yeah, Nardo gray would look sick on that. And he just said, let me know if you want to do it. It'd be about $450 for materials and $500 for install.
Wow.
That's tomorrow, baby.
So like $1,000?
Yes. Bro, I thought it was going to be like $3,000. $1,000, I'll wrap it tomorrow. Oh, life's good, man. Life's good, bro. I'm enjoying the black. Frick.
You alright?
Frick, dude. Now I know how Kesha felt in the Super Bowl. She chipped her tooth out in the microphone.
Did you really?
Nah. You believed it though, right?
I did.
I sold it to you, baby. That's sales 101. Yeah, nah. That never happened. I don't even know. Do you think they gave Kesha a Super Bowl performance?
Oh no.
That's when you know. Hey, that's when you know Biden's president. Nah, hold up. What? Hey, we're starting off going crazy. Hey, this is a special episode though. Because I finally look like an official podcast host with a laptop, how they do it.
Yeah, I got the iPad.
It's a laptop. Bro, they're trying to blow my cover, bro. It's a straight up computer, dude. The most expensive one you can get. It's not an iPad that you can get, bro. Nah, I'm just playing PUBG over here.
RuneScape.
Yeah, dude. Nah, that phase lasted for the day that I was over here. And the night I got it before I came over here. Yeah, man, it's just honestly, it's really true. It's just the amount of time it would take to actually. It's just, I don't know. I guess it boils down to it's just not being fun. It just really wasn't fun. Games on the iPad are tricky because a lot of people don't mind playing mobile games or games on the iPad or whatever it is. And I don't mind it, honestly. This iPad, just point of reference for you because you just got the same iPad as me. Games on this are great. I would prefer PUBG on this opposed to a console. Way. For sure, 100%.
How do you play it? Touchscreen?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and it's lit. It's super lit. Cause I'm averaging on console. If you're lucky to get 5 kills is whoa, dude, you had a great game. Mobile, it's 5 kills is average.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. I won. By myself.
You got the W on the iPad.
I did the day I told you. I think
yeah, I remember.
I told you, I was I got a dub first try. Yeah, I popped it by myself. And the other day, the day before that, before I won, I came in second first try by myself. So it's just easy. It's just easy. But it's easy for being mobile because when you play console, then you're playing against PCs as well. And in my opinion, from my experience, I've never played on a PC, but just from what I've heard, like it's like my friend Richard he has both, and he's told me like, dude, PUBG on PC, night and day difference. Like any real shooter game is like you're gonna do way better on a PC.
Yeah.
Unless you're just trash. Give it up, kid. But yeah, like it's easier to like point, click, shoot, aim. Like allegedly, that's what I hear. Again, I've never used a PC, so like I'm sure there's someone listening right now like, no, it's the opposite. But I don't know. That's just what I've heard. So, but on mobile, like you don't have that option. It's just like if you were playing on your iPad, you're only playing on people with an iPad or a phone. And bro, if they have a phone and I'm on the iPad, who do you think's winning? Literally, I play with Bree because Bree has it on her phone. That's why I started playing on mobile because she's really into it, but she plays it on her phone. And she wanted me to play. Mm-hmm.
That's so lit.
Yeah, and she wanted me to play with her. So I was like, all right. So, and she wrecks it, dude. She wrecks PUBG. Like, she loves PUBG. She used to like watch us when we would play, watch me, and but she would always just go into a building and hide, and that would be it. She'd just get a gun, go into a building, crouch down, and hide, and just aim her gun at the door. And then when someone would come, she'd be freak out, like, babe, they're coming. And she's like, get ready to shoot them. You got all the advantage. But she'd just freak out. But now,
and then when the
she's
storm
good.
Comes,
yeah, and then I'd be like, babe, you got to run. She's like, oh my gosh. But now she's good. Like she marks it. Like some rounds she does better than me. I'm like,
that's
dude.
awesome.
Yeah, she's really good. It's funny. It's so funny. But yeah, even like I look over at her screen and she's on the phone. I'm like, what? How are you playing on that? Because literally, if you think about it, the iPad is like six. I think I counted 6 of our phones. Maybe it was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like a little over, 4. That's lit. I love the iPad, man. I love having both. How's your experience been having both?
Dude, it's been awesome. I haven't been able to draw with it a whole lot yet. I want to like fiddle with Illustrator. I've only like one day this week I sat down and was like doodling some stuff. So much different.
Do you think? I was wondering. Do you think? So we have the pens. You and I both. It's so cool. We have the same exact setup, same case.
Yo, all my photos did sync to it too.
Literally.
Yeah. So now anything I take on my phone is like on my tablet.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You can change that if you want. I
might.
Yeah, because I wouldn't like that. Mainly because I use the iPad for work. But I've been wondering, if so on the iPads, like I don't have Illustrator. I have a thing called Sketchbook. Do you know what Sketchbook is?
Yeah, that's what I used on the Surface.
So I use Sketchbook. I'm thinking about getting Procreate. Procreate costs money.
Mm-hmm.
How much?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I don't know how much Procreate is.
I was thinking about getting Procreate. The reason I'm asking is because I was thinking that do you think you have to do anything different as far as when a tattoo artist is drawing a tattoo for a client? Do you think they have to do anything different to like draw a tattoo? To like
probably not.
To like do it? Like tattoo mode, you know what I mean? Because how would you? Like tattoos look different, you know?
What do you mean?
The coloring on the tattoo, like whoever did your stencil, like how would he like show me your arm so I can like look at it as a reference? How would he draw like? What is that noise?
Shower, probably.
Oh. How would he draw? It sounds so muffled because I have headphones. How would he draw that on an iPad? I don't know how he'd draw the whole thing, but how would he draw how would he specify like the fog behind the tree? Know that like some's darker than the other.
I think that the stencil Well, I know the stencil when he did this one, but I think a lot of the times is just the line work. So, like, if you're drawing it on an iPad, you just draw the lines and then print that as a stencil, and then all the background, like haze and stuff, would just be added after as, like, shading.
So just winging it? Like, oh, that'll look good if it's black.
I think so. Yeah, I think the stencil is just to get the lines.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. I was looking up something. Yo, Gohan. Can you not? We're recording. Thanks, bud. I was looking up something. Yo, man, if I had a spray bottle, I'd get you, bro. I'd squirt you, dude.
You're just laying there looking at us, just barking.
Don't do it, bro.
You got your food?
Don't do it, Gohan.
We had a walk.
I was, what was I saying? It wasn't even important. We're not running a podcast. Yeah, I don't even know, man.
You were saying you want to get Procreate.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna look up how much Procreate is. How much do you think it's cost?
I would think like $40.
$40, dude. I was gonna say 10.
Probably.
It is 10.
It is 10?
Yeah, but I swear I was gonna say 10 before I looked at it and seeing 10.
So should I maybe start using that instead of Illustrator?
See, I'm thinking Procreate is better for. It says loved by creative pros and aspiring artists alike. Procreate is the leading creative application made for iPad, offering hundreds of handmade brushes, a suite of innovative artistic tools, advanced layer system, and lightning fast Valkyrie graphics engine. Procreate has everything you need to expressive sketches, rich paintings, gorgeous illustrations, and beautiful animations. Work on the couch, the train, the beach, or while waiting in line for coffee. It's a complete art studio you can take anywhere. Packed with these powerful, wonderful features and more. You can always rely on Procreate to be a... No, I'm just kidding. I riffed like the last two sentences. Yeah, so I don't know to my original question, but bro, I mean, that's like a Procreate pick. Do you think you could do that on Illustrator?
Probably.
The boy flexing on you.
No, I'm not saying me. It could be done on Illustrator.
You said you could do it, bro. Something like
Dude.
this, though, being real. Not you, but could it be done?
Probably. They're probably pretty similar, the way that they work. Bug, you're
Okay.
like being way too
Oh, I know what
crazy.
I was saying about it before he started going crazy. Hey, your tail's like on me.
Currently going crazy.
His head's on you and his tail's touching me. That's how crazy. That's how long he is. But hey,
He's quiet down there.
So no, because the reason I asked the question was because I was looking up things and like there's a mode you have to like switch your drawing to like stencil mode if you were gonna print it out in stencil mode. So
It might be a way. It might be some sort of function to like just highlight the line work. If you like have this whole big art piece with coloring and shading and everything just drawn out, there might be a way, like some sort of function to just limit it to what's going to be
that's what I think.
the line work.
That's what I think. I'm gonna test it. But I mean, in the meantime, should we? Man, I'm tired, dude.
I'm going to try to let him outside. You can keep talking.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, I was just gonna ask if we should get into touching on the fact that you got a little gift. Brian received a gift. Got to his house. He's like, "Hey, yo, open that thing right there." I'm like, "All right, bet." I open this box, and there's a freaking tattoo gun in there. I'm like, all right. So we tattooed some fake skin.
And this orange.
And this orange, we got the orange here. Go to the YouTube if you're watching. Laid it down pretty well. I mean, man, shout out to all the tattoo artists out there that, You know, it's definitely an art. There is no doubting that. But we did fake skin day 1, and we did real skin day 2. So it escalated quickly, but we did tattoo ourselves. Yeah, Brian, just if you're watching the YouTube, man, you see some in-depth what we did on the orange. If you're not, man, I just suggest you head on over to the YouTube. Just help save you a lot of time and trouble on that. I do not know how to change this to stencil.
You're testing it right now?
It's good, yeah. Look, this is my tap. It's already a stencil. Like, you wouldn't even, like, no wonder it doesn't give you the option. It's already a stencil. Literally a stick figure. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, it was just crazy, man, how that escalated.
Mm-hmm. Quickly.
We gave ourselves some tattoos. Nice little cross down on the ankle. Hey. GoPro, start recording.
Thank you.
I really don't understand why it does that.
Me either.
I just stop. I don't even want to say it, but why it just doesn't do what it's supposed to do sometimes. Good old filmers. And people want to rely on AI. We're begging to have a person here to like help us out with stuff.
For real.
Although, that would be sick. I mean, it'd always be relying on somebody. Cause like, there's no way AI could edit.
Nah. Yeah, there's things AI could never do.
Think so?
Yeah. Create art.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. No, it's valid. There's a lot of things that AI could never do. I keep hearing a weird noise. I didn't know if it was on air or not. So, what are we doing, dude? What are we doing? Most Chris D'Elia episode.
I love that we're already tattooing ourselves, though.
Me too.
I sketched myself out too hard. At the beginning. When I was like first starting, I was like, there's no way I'm tattooing skin. There's no way.
Yeah, you were scared to even pull out the box.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, if you didn't, if you weren't hyped on it and wanted to open the box that night, it probably would still be packed up.
Yeah, I don't know what, man. There's always just something that like I always wanted to, like I never wanted to be a tattoo artist, but I always wondered, like, I wondered like what made someone get into it, doing it, because tattoos are sick, man. The fact like someone did that on your arm, and that is on your arm forever, and like he nailed it, it's perfect, and like he does that for a living. Like that's the art of tattooing is amazing, dude. And I want to know like I want to know what it feels like, because it's like it's not like a pen. Like I'm so glad we've done this, experiment. I don't know what to call it, but I'm so glad we just got like dived into it. I'm so glad you got gifted that thing, because it was so cool to see, even just doing it on fake skin for sure, because skin is a whole new ballgame, especially yourself tattooing yourself. I'm glad I can say that I did that, because it's not for one, it's not as scary as I thought that it would be. 2, it's a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Me too.
And I mean, yeah, dude, it's harder. It's like, it's hard. You're limited, because like what was hard for me is like drawing a straight line on my leg. And I'm not a tattoo artist. Like, it's so, when you're getting a tattoo, you're laying there, you're in pain, you're like, but it's gonna look good, so you're like, I'm straight, I'm gravy. I did one little dot on my leg, and I wiped it. I tried to wipe it. I tried to wipe it really, really good, like, because I was like, nah. I was like, let me just get a clean start. And I tried to wipe it and just realized that it wasn't going away. And I was like, so I now have a tattoo freckle for the rest of my life. So it's that or just do whatever you can do. And so I did a cross, and that cross was terrible at first. Like, it looked good.
It wasn't that bad.
No, because what happened was, one, didn't use a stencil. I will never again do that in my entire life. I like the one thing I told you when we were literally practicing was I was like, hey, like you always use a stencil, like, and you were doing it on a freaking orange, and then like my skin on me forever. I'm just like, yeah, I could do it. Ugh, so dumb, so dumb, so dumb, so dumb, so dumb. Never do that again. But the thing that was happening to me was the biggest thing that was happening when we were faking the tattoo, the fake skin, the first night. Was where, like, we would go to lay down the line, and I wouldn't see the needle doing the line like I was doing the fake skin round 2 or the night 2. I only saw the, a big line of ink, and but it's not where your needle is. You know what I mean? That line of ink, that ink that you see isn't your tattoo. That's a line of ink that is dragging off the tip of the plastic part. So it's counterintuitive. Your eyes think that that's your tattoo, but it's not. So what's actually what hurts, that, the area that hurts, that this is the needle, where the needle's going is where the tattoo is. So like you're looking at this line, and this line is straight. The line that it guided is like, dude, that's fire, that's sick, that's good. And then you wipe it, and it's like, oh my gosh, it looks like a 3-year-old got a hold of a crayon and drew a line, and it's like squiggly.
Little
like,
ballpoint pen.
Yeah, and then luckily, I was able to all right, what I did was made the depth go a little further out, get my needle stuck out a little further, got some more ink on there. Then I could kind of see it, and then I could just and then I kind of filled that line, just made it a little bigger. We did like another line right next to it, just kind of solidly. And I can draw a straight line on skin, like, again, no stencil was the biggest problem, because then there's no guide. Because had I had the guide, I wouldn't have been relying on the ink guide that was left there. I would have had and I would have done, if I had a stencil, I would have done like I told you to do, like, your cross is here, do like one small line here, small line here, small line here, and then just like finish the middle. That's what I would have done. You did it differently, but you're good. You're solid with it. You're solid with it. I was surprised. I'm gonna say it's easier to tattoo on an orange. All these YouTube videos are out there that's like, practice on an orange. I agree, practice on an orange, but don't feel like it's gonna be nothing's skin. At the end of the day, nothing's human skin. And I think a big part of it is the client. At the end of the day, I mean, shoot, I know there's been times I've been getting tattooed and I'd be jumping, there was one time when I get my leg tattooed, and I just one time I was pretty still throughout the whole time, but one time I was just like flinched as she's like shading, and that probably messes up the artist so bad, because you're doing your thing. That's why I like tattooing myself. Because it's like,
you can brace for it.
Feel it. You sit through it. You see what you're doing. So bro, it's such the most depressing thing. When I was getting my first tattoo, it was right here on my arm, and he started this whole big long stencil. He started at the O, and so he's like, all right. First line he did was the top of this little divot right there. He does the line, right? He's going for a minute, doing some stuff, right? I'm hurting for a good minute. At this point, I'm like, yo, he's probably like, I was like trying to map it out in my head. I was like, at this point, like, think about him. Like, I was like, it probably takes a little bit longer than like a pen to write something with a pen, because you end up with like a tattoo. I had no idea. And so I was like, so he's doing it. I was like, he's probably like at like the D or something by now, or like the the N, the R. I was like, he's probably somewhere farther down the line. I literally look. He's not even on the O yet. He's like on the swiggle. I'm like, no, there's no way. No, there's no way. No, there's no way. And I had to sit through that, man, and that hurt. But when you're the artist, it's a different story. And when you're just doing a cross, and there's 2 lines, it's also a different story. Because it's like, no matter what, I knew no matter what, it'd be quick. Yours was insanely quick. Like, I think you did that tattoo in like 10 seconds.
It was pretty quick, wasn't it?
And then you're like, it's done. It took you longer to prep than it did to do the tattoo.
I think so.
For sure.
Dude, I've been thinking all day. Like, we could touch up our winning streak tattoos ourselves now. It'd be a pain to get to mine, but I probably could. My eye
it'd
needs...
be super easy for me.
My eye... Yeah, it's just like, it looks like you did it.
I should, dude. Is there any way to make it straight?
I think it's... Nah, I think you probably... No, it looks good the way it is.
F you, turtle. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel like trying to make it straight would make it look bad. Or it doesn't look bad.
Wait, it's not straight? Wait, so you're saying my tattoo's crooked?
And I've always wanted like little bats somewhere. And that's not something I could put on myself. A bunch of little bats. I don't know where though. I always wanted them on my hand.
Oh, that'd be sick.
But this is something I feel like I could have Colin continue to like incorporate this into a hand tattoo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would you rock a hand tattoo?
Oh yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yes.
That'd be sick.
Because I think it would be, man, I don't know, but
if you were to tattoo yourself tomorrow, where would you tattoo your like? Where would you put it? But like, I'm talking decent size, like not a Dragon Ball. I'm talking like
Goku's face, or like
I'm talking
a skateboard.
I'm talking like a grapefruit size tat.
Probably my thigh. That'd probably be the safest place, because then like I can prep it real easy. I can like stretch out the skin. It's
would
like,
you rock a thigh tat though?
Yeah, I'd probably put it on my upper thigh so you never really see it. If it was my first big tattoo I'm doing, that's probably where it'll be. That's probably what I'll do before I tattoo anyone, like a bunch of line work and stuff.
Yeah. I'd recommend a knee tat, an above the leg, above the kneecap tat. Lower thigh, I like mine a lot.
But then you'd put the stencil on upside down, huh? So then that way when you're standing up, like...
Yeah.
So you're tattooing it
I mean,
I'm
just saying, I don't recommend to do it yourself. I just recommend in life. I don't know what your plans are, but... I don't know, man. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, in my personal opinion, I think it looks great to be fully tatted. But, like you see like Boo Johnson, Nigel Houston, these guys that are like covered in ink.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks great. Like, I wish I could look that way, but like, I really want to that's why tattoos are great. Like, I just like looking up close at all that stuff, you know, like, I don't know what's on there,
Yeah.
dude? Like,
and just a sleeve has like so much to it to look at. Yeah. Imagining like a full back piece, full ribs.
So for me personally, I don't know what I'd like put on all that,
Yeah.
But I always try to like look at myself and see, and it's so crazy how the vision has grown. Cause like when I was in high school, I wanted like 2 full sleeves, but I had no idea like what I wanted. But like the first tattoo was like this, and that's what I thought about. And then when I got that, I was like, oh, it's going to be a minute. The sword was never in the plans. It just happened. Put that on. Winning. Nothing else was in the plans. But it slowly got to be in the plan and started to become a plan. But now it's like I look, and especially I like the tattoo placements. I'm pretty much tatted from like head to toe. Spread out throughout the body with like a chest piece, arm, bicep, tricep, thigh. Now calf. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I got a tat, kind of like spread out. Obviously there's way more places to tat. But like so one, I don't know what I would feel in that spot. But 2, I'm like looking in the mirror, like I feel like I don't know what you'd call it, like a missing puzzle piece, like an incomplete canvas. You ever feel that way?
Yeah.
Like when you're looking at stuff, you're like, hey, I need something here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what, because like, it's so crazy. I just wonder how I wonder if somebody like Boo Johnson, like, or I'm just using that as a reference, how that comes about. If that's like in the works, is that like a bunch of flash tattoos that you just like jumbled together? Was that like just years of like, hey dude, do this here, do this here?
Honestly, my guess, I bet a lot of it is them having a tattoo friend who wants to like experiment, kind of like what Colin did for my rib, like how that was a really good deal, but it was because he wanted to experiment with that like neon sort of shading. I bet people like that probably have a friend, and like it's a mixture of like them paying them a lot of money to do something they have in mind, and then also just like, oh, he wants to tattoo like an hourglass, like, okay, you could put it on me here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I'm hyped. You have a tattoo gun. I'll be your skin.
We'll see.
Blast me up, brother.
I wonder if it works real similarly to how I do my stencils. You know, like how I do a black layer that I cut out, and that's like the last one you spray paint. It'd be like reverse in tattooing, where like that'd be the line work, and then you'd go and use the colors. And
it is, yeah. It's I've learned a lot. Let me tell you.
And then the whites at the very end.
Yeah. Line work, shading, like your grays and black shading, and then color shading. And then white at the end.
You're doing some Crush Captain tattoos.
But imagine it'd be crazy to do something like negative, I feel.
What do you mean?
Like, make something in the negative, like how in your tattoo, like things are negative, like in your side tattoo, wording on that tattoo is negative, right? Mm-hmm. Some of it. So like that's crazy, to like, you're not lining that out, Mm-hmm. Are you lining around it? Is it bubble letters? Like, how does that work? Let me see it. Is it negative or is it white ink?
It was negative, and then he put white in it to make it stand
spruce. Out. Dang, dude. Oh, that must have hurt so bad. It really on did. Fresh, like, no.
It was probably the most pain I've ever been in my life. Could you start and stop that?
Really?
I would say so. Thinking of my whole life, probably the most painful thing I've ever experienced. Because it was the one time where, like, I'm usually pretty good about, like, if something hurts, just, like just knowing it won't hurt forever and powering through it. But this was one where I was, like, so close to being, like, I just can't do it anymore. But then I knew I'd have to wait for it to heal and then have to go back and then finish it. So I'm just like, as long as I know it's going to come out as a cool tattoo, do whatever you got to do. Wow. But it was so hard, dude.
That's crazy to hear that because, yeah, I look at that. Like, we'll be skating, you take your shirt off. I'm like, it looks like it hurt, man. It looks like it hurt so bad. At least it's over.
Yeah.
At least it's a one and done.
Yep.
I mean, honestly.
And I get hyped when I just, like, see it now. It's just like, dude. Same with my sleeve. Mm-hmm. So hyped.
Yeah. You got that. You got your sleeve and your side piece before I got any tattoos. So I was like no diss to you, but like going into it, I was just like, oh, if Brian can get all this stuff, like I can definitely get through it. And bro, I got small tats everywhere, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm just realized that like, anybody can get through it, but like regardless of who's getting tattooed, biggest, strongest guy in the room, it hurts. It's gonna hurt no matter where you're getting tattooed. Like surprisingly, I didn't feel my chest tattoo. That was just an answered prayer, but like. I feel like, it just hurts. But honestly, last night didn't hurt. It didn't really hurt.
Not really. It really starts hurting once you, like, even the line work. I'd say, like, line work a lot of the times doesn't hurt too bad, but then once the line work's done and then they, like, start shading and, like, going over it again.
Exactly.
That's when it's,
that's what
like...
I'm saying. Something like your chest or something like your side is going to hurt regardless.
Yeah, because you went over it, like, 7 times. But just like the winning streak or what's on your chest or whatever... might, you don't feel as much pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Tattooing is cool.
I thought it was easier on skin in the way that, like, with the orange, I was having trouble thinking, like, am I too deep? Like, is this, I just kept thinking, like, if I'm on skin right now, am I going to be like, is this going to be like excruciatingly painful if I'm like digging so deep to like get the ink in? But once you're actually on skin, you can kind of not only see where the line's going, but feel like kind of how much you're dragging or whatever, and just kind of like slowly.
I wonder why it bubbled up for me. Yeah.
It bubbled up? Oh, you mean the ink?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder why it dragged like that.
Well, it's fun though.
It is fun. It is fun. Man, I wanna really print out a stencil, like something small.
We got to
because like, yeah, just print out a solid, nice stencil. I feel like that's easy because something about it, like the reason why the Sharpie stencil isn't really ideal either for us is not knowing what we're doing. The reason I think a stencil, you were just out there, bro.
You were just outside.
Don't play. The reason I think a stencil, a tattoo stencil, would be easier to tattoo than a Sharpie is because the Sharpie lines are like fatter than the lines we're putting down on a baseline for the tattoo. Yeah. But a stencil line is pretty much, that thickness. Sharpie line is like a little thicker. Yeah. Oftentimes. But it's fine. You can go in and fill it, or just not like you did. Just not fill the whole Sharpie. Wash off the rest, and have a solid tattoo. Speaking of pain, though, I went and shot airsoft today. Went with some friends from work. Shot airsoft for the first time ever, really like competitively like that. Like we shot as kids. This was like nothing we've ever seen. I mean, it was like. Bro, I pulled up, there's big lifted Hummer, 10, 12 guys. They're all matching like military uniform outfits, helmets. Like they really do this, bro. Strapped up. Like crazy high powered rifles, snipers. Everything looked real. Like, how cops used to like get on us for like, where's your orange tip? No orange tips, dude. That's why I'm like, dude, what are these things, man? Like, they hurt, bro. But all sorts of, we did like team deathmatch, capture the flag, stuff like that. Super sick. I got lit up a bunch. I mean, that's no surprise. But it was fun. Popped a couple people. That was fun. I think the craziest part really is what these guys are doing, man, is like back in the day when we were kids, airsoft was like a little green or white BB, spring-loaded little pistol, SMG, you had the rounds, you had all the types, but nothing crazy. If you had a high end, like, yo, he's got something crazy, so you had a CO2, like, CO2 thing. These guys are walking around with these stuff called green gas, or I don't even know, bro. Green gas is one of them. HPAs. They've got backpacks with like tanks, and hoses comes off those tanks, connect to their gun. And when they shoot them, they sound like a real gun almost, like suppressed real gun, like whoa, crazy, and they hurt. Like, let me tell you, they hurt, bro. Like. It is not fun. Like it does not fun when you get hurt. It's like when you get hit. Like for all 3 rounds at first, I didn't get hit to the point where it hurt. Like every time I got hit, I was just like, all right, damn, I'm out. Like one kind of stung a little bit, but it was what I expected. Like, all right, this is airsoft. That last round, I was like, this ain't airsoft, dude. This is not airsoft, man. Like right when I spawned, I walked out, boom, got me right in the ab. And then I turned around, like I was like, all right, I'm out. And he got me in the hand, shot me in the hand when I said I'm out, shot me in the back, just like as I'm walking out. Not supposed to do that, but I'm like, bro, and the thing hurts so bad too. Like, oh, I don't even want to think of the pain. It was GoPro, start recording. GoPro, start recording. GoPro, start filming. GoPro. Upgrade yourself to the GoPro Hero 10.
GoPro, start recording. Got it.
You got the magic touch now. It goes from person to person that it likes. It didn't like you for like the first 6 months that we had it.
For real.
But yeah, no, it was crazy. It's a hobby, man. It's a hobby. Definitely a hobby. It would be cool to have like a fully kitted like sniper and just be like posted up. But dude, it's hard, man. Hard to get up there where you need to be.
Kind of scary that people just didn't care about the rules and were just like firing.
Stupid. Yeah, it was stupid. Especially like people running full auto. I mean,
that's just weird because you're like only hurting someone. Like you're not doing anything else but like breaking the rule and inflicting more pain on someone. So like, why?
Low key, it's the psychopaths of the world.
Gotta be.
I feel like it.
And they
like,
get these big ass guns and then just.
Yeah, there's kids out there that are like wanting to like kill people, and this is like their like sense of like getting it off. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was fun and I get it, but for some people, bro, really,
it's probably unhealthy.
He hit the camera,
dude. He's like, "This is straight. This is straight."
No, it's not straight. Fix it, go on. Fix it, huh?
Dude, you fired, dude. You fired.
Nah, but
We're kids.
it was super fun, but yeah, some people just take it super serious. Like, again, bro, so one rule that they were stern on: no rapid fire, like no full auto in the city. Like, if you're in the city, turn your gun to semi-fire, semi-auto, single shot fire.
Is the city where all the like storage things were?
Mm-hmm. So I'm in the hottest, like, this is where all the action is. Because everyone wants that third floor. It's the highest spot. So third floor. I'm in the first floor. Walk up to the second. About to get up to the third, bro. I get up to the third, and this guy's up there just pointing his gun like at the stairs and just full autos. Full autos. Get up here. You didn't want to do it last week. Get up here.
You got it, bub.
Get up here, Gohan.
I think you can do it. I think you can do it. I believe in you.
Full autos me, dude. And I'm like,
yeah, that's
honestly,
a
like, bro, if I had a setup, if I had a better setup, because I was scared of him, bro. Like, that's a weapon, you know what I mean? Like, dog, and you like lit me up. Like, you're saying not to do full auto. Like, why are you doing full auto? But bro,
and
like,
from that close, like, dude.
Yeah, dude.
The goal is to win. You freaking won with one shot.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could have got. You didn't even have to shoot, bro. I mean, I get that's the thing in the game.
But you could just like admit.
I could have walked up like I would have just literally like it's over, But he just,
That's mad weird.
Mad weird, and yeah, I mean, just know that guy would have caught hands in the parking lot if he wasn't like fully geared up. If I'd have known who that like guy's face was. I think I know who it was, to be honest with you, actually. But I wasn't sure, so I wasn't trying to try anybody. Go on. Can you not? Thanks.
He's looking at you like, excuse me?
So, when I was leaving, I was walking out, I was out in my car putting some stuff in my trunk, and he was like, this guy was like, yeah, I hit somebody full auto, or I hit somebody and they got mad that I was doing full auto, but I don't know if he was talking about me or somebody else that I was with got mad at somebody because they're using full auto. But I mean, everybody would get mad if you're using full auto because they told us not to. If I could use full auto, why wouldn't I just sweep through there? And
and it hurts like hell.
And it hurts, yeah, exactly. Especially when you got, I don't even know what he had, but didn't feel like a freaking. I felt like I got shot, man. Honestly, like. That's gnarly. I know it doesn't look too bad.
And you were just wearing a long sleeve?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's another thing. Everyone else has vests. Like, probably 90% of people there had vests that you, like, strap over. And you can clip, like, some mags here that just help if you get hit in the chest or, like, back or whatever. But then, like, a lot of other people had, like, full-on, like, military, like, JROTC outfits, like, with, like, Kevlar vests and stuff like that. And then some people had, like, ghillie suits. SWAT outfits, and then some people had worse. Dude, some people out there in like a tank top and like shorts. I was like, bro, what? Nick, my manager, the guy I went with, had 4 shots right here at the forehead. 4 big fat zingers. Like, he got drilled, dude. Like, worse than this.
Dang.
I was like...
Was he wearing glasses?
So, he was wearing glasses. Yeah, you have to wear eyewear. But, like, my mask that I bought is a full-on face mask. So, like, your ears are covered, eyewear, down to, like, here. And it's, like, breathability. But a lot of people just wear the eyewear with little, like, this little, like, mouth guard. It's like a mesh mouth guard you, like, put over your thing so you can breathe. So that's what he was wearing. So top of the head's covered. He literally didn't, like, wrap anything. Like, a lot of people would wear, like, a face mask, you know, like those little pullover, like, gaiters, they call them.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would wear, like, 2 of those, like, one here, one slip, like, another one over. He didn't know. He just got lit up. And then his friend, too, was wearing his glasses. Just the glasses. Just the eyewear. And the mouthwear. And got hit right above the eyebrow. And it was a fat freaking... I think he got hit with the same gun that I got hit with this. Because it looked, like, pretty identical.
That's cool you got to do that, though.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun experience.
It's always cool to find places like that are just, like, you know they're there. You know what I mean? Might not go all the time, but cool that that's a place if you ever wanted to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I bet it's thrilling.
Yeah, dude. No, for sure. That for sure. Like, it's crazy. I'm, like, so tired right now. Just, like, run. It feels like I went through, like, boot camp, dude. Day 1 of training. Like, I'm so glad I'm not going back tomorrow because it's fun, but I'm, like, so sore. Yeah, I ran, like, you know, walked like 12,000 steps, which I don't even know how many miles that is. Probably like 6 or something. But, yeah, hiking through the woods, like, hiking through cities, going through, you know, active, too. You're on guard, you know. And you're getting hit, too. It's scary. Because, like, especially, like, there's so many times where I would think I'm fire. Like, you know, you're chilling for a while with, like, you're good. You think, like, you know, nobody's on me. You got, out, you know. It's crazy. Come here. Come here. Go on. Come here. Come here. Come here. You tired? This one I know he's getting tired.
Yeah, he's just wanting to go lay down.
When he just sits there, getting attention, and then doesn't want to come here.
He just wants to... He's so funny, dude.
Come here.
His eyebrows. He just wants us to look in his direction.
Go on. Come here.
He's like, please. Please.
He's like, can't you just see? I just want to lay down.
Can you see?
All right, well, we're calling it. He ended it.
Yeah, this is a sleepy one.
This is a sleepy one for all 3 of us. Gohan included. Sad boy. Come here.
But we're here.
What are your last words, Gohan? Come here. Come here. All right, bro. This guy's out. This guy's tired. All right, this has been episode 1. Who?
115.
115. 115. It's been episode 115. Latest Why every time I try to talk, do you do it, Gohan?
We got some fun stuff planned the next couple weeks too. That'll be a lot to talk about.
We do. I'm hyped for what's to come.
Go ahead. Just keep barking.
I'm hyped for what's to come. You should be too. We're doing a lot on the scenes, like visually. So follow onto the YouTube if you're just listening on podcasts. We appreciate you as well. But subscribe to our YouTube if you haven't already. It was a thing. Stop. It was a thing.
Hey, how about you just do the outro, bub? All right, go ahead. Come on.
It was a thing that in the beginning of the podcast when we first started it, that he... Did you eat that? No. That he was going to... Hey, you need to stop barking. That if we got 1,000 subscribers, you were going to tattoo me.
That's right.
And now we're like tattooing each other. And we're like tattooing ourselves anyway. So, the bet's still on though. And it's on now more than ever. Now it's in fruition. If we got to 1,000 subscribers tonight, I'd come back. Because when we were done recording, I'm about to leave and go home to my wife. But if we hit 1,000 tonight, I'm coming back. And he's tattooing me tonight. And it's already midnight.
What would you get? If it was up to you, it might be up to me whenever it comes down to brass tacks.
At this point, at your skill level right now,
If tonight we got the 1,000 subscribers, so then we had to start arranging for a stencil for your first tattoo by me, what would we do?
well, we'd have to print the stencil, or you'd have to at least draw it on the stencil paper,
Mm-hmm.
so I can put it on right, because I want it to be sized right, all
Mhm.
the lines to be accordingly. But I would probably get like. It's a great question. Great question. A small little flash tattoo.
Would you get like a little skateboard or something?
I mean, I could, but I don't really want it. I don't really want that now. I don't really want a skateboard on my body. Like, just not like a random skateboard. Like, unless it was like on my finger. Like, those are cool, you
Mhm.
know? But again, that's not like. I wouldn't want that. I would probably. Flash tattoos are weird for me. Because, like, over time, it's like, I'm tired of looking at you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what a lot of people feel, because cover-ups, you know, a lot of people just get blasted over a flash tattoo, especially a really small one. Especially if I had, like, one on my leg, just, like, quarter size, like, something like a little size of, like, quarter or something. It's weird to me, if that's all that's there. Sometimes this is weird to me. It's not, though, because it's lettering, but sometimes I look down. Well, sometimes I just look at my body. I just feel like, why is there not ink everywhere? It's weird. But, and I don't want ink everywhere. I really don't. That would look tacky to me.
Would you rather get like a voucher for all your tattoos covered cost-wise forever, or a voucher that all video game expenses are covered forever?
Oh, that's a dumb question.
What's your
A
answer?
great question though. With tattoos,
Really? Because there's only a limited space, so
Wait.
you'll reach a cap.
they're way more expensive.
That's true.
And from my experience, I mean, again, you just got a tattoo gun, so who knows?
Hmm.
Like, I mean, it just blows my mind. Like, I mean, even the late, you know, shout out to 13 Arrows in St. Pete. Like, you know, those are all good people down there. And they're not taxing too hard, but you know, a lot of people that I've ran into, you know, I've had good luck with all my tattoo artists, but they're not cheap, and a lot of tattoo artists are not cheap at all. So for a good, you know, and you want good work, so for good solid work in a big area, like a big sleeve or something, it's not going to be cheap, man. Like your sleeve wasn't cheap, you know. And
didn't Joe Rogan say he spent like 8,000 on his 2 sleeves?
probably
That's how much do you think he'd spend on video games realistically, including consoles?
Exactly. Me, not much. Me personally, not much. Like, I don't play that many games, dude.
Mhm.
Like, I maybe spend like $120 on games a year, maybe. You know, that's like 2 games.
Dang, that is a dumb question. And
You know, yeah, because I mean, but I don't know, man. I got Xbox Game Pass, so I spend $15 a month and get free games, and it's sick, dude. They put good games on there, so that's like
True.
I have access to free games, so I've played a lot of games, but I don't have to buy them all.
mm-hmm.
Pay $15 a month. It's cool how they have stuff like that.
I was gonna ask the tattoo covered or car like upgrades and
Car.
stuff. Yeah.
That's a good question though. But if we're talking maintenance too, it's a car, no brainer.
Yeah.
For sure. If it's a car, just performance upgrades, someone like you may say tattoos for sure. Even me, I might say tattoos for sure. Because, like, unless it was, like, car covered as well. If it was, like, get any car. Because then, okay, give me a Lambo.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell it and get tatted.
The way I was looking at it from you is like if you had all upgrades covered, you could just, dude, you could make so much money because you could just buy a car just like as is or whatever, have all the upgrades paid for, so then fully upgrade it and then sell it.
Dude. Some Need for Speed.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like you got it all unlocked. So you just like
and Grand Theft
exhaust.
Auto. Every car you steal, you go straight to Los Santos Customs and just upgrade it all the way.
Yeah. Put some lights underneath.
You ever played GTA 5?
No, not really. I think I played it like one time.
Such a good game. Such a good game.
It's crazy that I was just talking with someone the other day about how it's still like a relevant game that people play all the time.
You should play it, bro. I recommend playing it in your lifetime. Beat the story. It's a good story. It's a solid game. You know how San Andreas was like a staple to like our childhood?
Yeah.
As crazy as that is. GTA 5 was like, it came out in high school. It's like a big part of like me and all my friends used to like hang out and play it all the time. Like we would play San Andreas as a kid. We were playing GTA 5.
See how many stars you can get and survive.
Exactly. And drive around, go soup up your car, get a nice fast car, drive around, shoot people, whatever. Yeah, dude, it's just sick. And to see how that game's evolved, it's still super fun to the point where like now they're doing like GTA role playing and stuff like that, like online, to where you're just being a normal person, you know, you're being a police officer.
Really?
Just driving. Yeah, dude. The GTA role playing is like you go in a specific world that, you know, say you're doing whatever. Like you could be a normal guy or someone could be a cop, and like you live in a world and like nobody's supposed to shoot, you know, like it's like role playing because you can do vicinity chat. So you're like in a sense living in this world where you're just like if you have your headset on and I'm like driving down the road and you're passing me, I can be like, hey, howdy neighbor, or you know, and then you'll hear me online. And
you got a tail light out.
Yeah, right. Hey, there's a cop around the corner, bud. Yeah, so I've never done the role play, but everybody talks about it. You know, Chris Roberts plays it. Shout out Chris Roberts. Shout out to 9 Club. No, I'm excited, man, to see what we got going on. But subscribe to the YouTube. It's been the longest outro ever. My cords are going like crazy. Go I'm all tangled up. But we're just gonna get into it. Follow us on Instagram at City of Palms Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube. Tune in every Monday. And hit them with that outro biscuit. Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing. We out. Bye.